Well, guys, here I am, somewhere else, watching Love Is Blind the reunion while the kids are in bed. Can't believe it. Sabrina and Steven are not together anymore. I mean, they even said on the show they haven't seen each other for 8 months. And you're going to see a clip in a minute of them basically talking about what went wrong, blaming the distance of the relationship as the main problem. And then Sabrina goes into this list of stuff she did for him, and it's almost embarrassing. I bought you an ironing board and some groceries, and you think, and he didn't seem particularly grateful, it's very strange. It's like they're having a really detailed public row that you feel you shouldn't be listening to because it's not your business and it's very personal. It's just such a shame. They seemed like the one couple who I thought they would go all the way. They're both older than the others. They seem more mature. And apparently, when they got married, he changed. He didn't respond. He didn't communicate. He was not a man of his word. And, yeah, he basically said at the end of their conversation, everything you've said is lies. And they had to cut off the conversation after that and move on. So it's obviously quite serious. Just goes to show, eh? You never know what's going to happen after you say, I do. But take it from me, guys. Marriage is absolutely brilliant. And I can say that on 14 years in, every day is just absolutely fantastic. If my wife sees this, she's going to be so angry with me.
There was no consistency in Stephen's behaviour towards me and the relationship. So, Stephen, what's your view?
So, it primarily was the long distance. What we underestimated, the added pressure of what the long distance caused. We both left our jobs to find love. That's why I fell for Sabrina. Sabrina started her own company and took off, and it was brilliant. And we just lost our spark. Our communication expectations of each other were very different. Right. We hadn't done long distance like that.
Because when I found out that you were going to be sitting separately and I found out you were separated, I was like, it's going to be one or two things. One, it's either the distance or the topic of children had come up again. Was that ever a point of
No, and I actually really respected Stephen in the pods for this because me and Stephen had a really open conversation around kids. He actually said to me, I actually need to go and think about this. Like, this is, I want to have kids and this is something I need to go and think about. But with regarding to the distance, I really tried and I really made the distance. I tried to make it work. I travelled.
How many times did you come from Belfast to London?
7.
And how many times did you go to Belfast?
I think twice. And I accept that's where I let the side down for sure. But I had to take opportunities because of my business. I lost all my customers.
But it wasn't even just about travelling. It's when I travelled, you didn't make any adjustments in your life for me. So like when you came to Belfast, you wanted to go to the gym, so I paid for a car for you to rent a car. But I don't drink tea or coffee, so I had tea and coffee and a French press for you in the house. I spent £70 in groceries. You wanted an ironing board. I bought you an ironing board to have it mine. I was trying to do everything I could to make the relationship work, and I just feel like you made zero accommodations in your life for me or our relationship. It was difficult because Stephen doesn't really like talking on the phone unless there's a reason for it, and isn't a big texter. So suddenly, when we weren't together, the communication just was not there.
What was it like when you were together?
When we were together, most of the time, it was, obviously every couple has their issues, but most of the time when we were together, it was fine.
Right. Isn't that contradiction of the story you've just told prior to that? We either were fine or we wasn't.
You made no adjustments for me. That's very different from when we were spending time together.
A lot of things that you're saying are not facts, right? Because the words that you're saying, I don't recognise who you are at the moment. I really don't recognise who you are. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff you were saying is right, and I played a part in that. I could say I share a lot of stuff, and I choose not to because I have respect for the person I thought I married.
I honestly don't feel like you respected me. I don't think you appreciated me, and I don't think that you considered me. And I think then at Christmas, when 2 days before you were meant to come to Belfast, you messaged me saying, "Hey, hon, don't think I can come to Belfast." Like 2 days before you meant to be there. And with no respect for me, no consideration for my family and what my family had done, you literally said, "Shit happens, now get over it."